to you by Four Walls Productions, where we specialize in creating and bringing your ideas from concept to reality. For more information on products, pricing, and more, please visit us on the web at fourwallsllc.com or call us at 856-650-6556.
All right, welcome back to another special morning episode of Let's Get It. Once again, I'm your host, Randy Duncan. After a fantastic first segment, we discussed the Eagles situation, leadership. Coach Joe joined us again for his Super Bowl review and recap. Once again, we've been doing every week lately. We've been trying to get some local coaches from the area. Today on the show, we are more than welcome to have Coach Mike Ricci from the Haddon Heights boys varsity basketball team. Coach, how are you this morning?
Doing great. Thanks, guys.
No, absolutely. I appreciate you joining us once again. You know, Coach, I know that you've had your hand all over this community in the South Jersey area. I know right now, like I said, you know, you're over in Haddon Heights. You've had a lot of success there, a lot of success in your career in general. You know, kind of walk us through. I know we spoke yesterday, and, you know, you talked to me about the time at Fallsboro, you know, and time, you know, in other schools. So just kind of walk me through a little bit about your coaching career.
Sure. I was very fortunate to play high school basketball at Camden Catholic under one of the best coaches in South Jersey, Jim Crawford, and learned a lot from him. And I knew I wanted to coach when I left college. Started out as a JV coach at Gateway High School under Bob Parks, and then I moved to St. Vincent as a freshman coach. And then I was fortunate at age 23 to land a head coaching job at Fallsboro High School.
Now, Coach, real quick, just to go back, I know when we had spoken yesterday, you know, you had an interesting situation with the Gateway job and how that kind of came to be. So, can you kind of delve into that a little bit for me?
Yeah, sure. So, when I played college basketball at Rutgers Camden, one of the assistant coaches was Lenny Carmichael, and he was the head coach at Fallsboro. We kept in touch, and he knew that I was trying to get a head coaching job, and he been at Fallsboro for 3 years, and then he left. He was leaving and called me and he said, "Hey, Mike, I'm leaving Fallsboro. If you're interested in coaching, being a head coach, I can get to the job at Fallsboro, no problem." And as I told you yesterday, at that time, nobody cared about basketball at Fallsboro. It was wrestling and football. So I met with Bob Frederick, the AD. I was 23 years old, and I even asked him the question. I said, "Why would you hire a 23-year-old kid that has not had any experience at all for this job?" And he said, "Everybody deserves a chance. Everybody deserves an opportunity." So I was fortunate. I was very fortunate to coach there, very lucky to coach there, and we had some pretty good success.
Yeah, I know you absolutely did, including a state championship.
Yeah, my first year we won the state championship. We won 4 conferences while I was there in 8 years. We went back to the state championship my last year. And I had, my first year, I had probably one of the greatest athletes to ever come through South Jersey, Kevin Harvey. So that helped. But they have great athletes down there. I was very, very lucky. I consider myself very lucky to have landed that job and meet the people that I met down at Fallsboro.
No, and I know in general, I know that your coaching career has been very successful. I know that you told me you are, you know, 23 wins away from 400 all time, correct?
Wow.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah. And again, you know, you're 10 wins away from being the winningest coach all time at Heights.
That's right, yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know you've had some great opportunities. Now, tell us, I know you told me a little bit about your upbringing and especially, you know, I know you talked about you being a fan of Duke, and get into that and how that became, you know, your college team, because you either root for Duke or you root against Duke. There's no one or the other.
That's right. Well, I grew up in Cherry Hill. Didn't start playing basketball until I was in like 7th grade. Went to Christ the King. Wanted to go to Cherry Hill East and play for John Mallory, but my parents wanted me to stay in Catholic school, so I went to Camden Catholic. And like I said, I was very fortunate to play for Jim Crawford for 4 years. Learned so much about the game, and how to think about the game and process things while you're playing and while you're watching. He was a great teacher. And and then when I was in high school, I played against Bobby Hurley, who went to Duke, went to St. Anthony's, New Jersey, and just ever since then, I've become a fan of Duke. And guys, like you just said, you either hate them or you love them. And there's more people that hate them than love them. I think there's guys that know that I like Duke when they lose and they're having a bad season like they are right now. They let me hear it.
Hey, Coach, you know what? I just wanted to jump in real quick.
Yeah.
I actually grew up having a love affair with Duke too, so I get it. I think my love affair started with Johnny Dawkins when they in '86 when they played Never Nervous Purvis. You know what I mean? But then I too also my love affair for Duke got renewed with Bobby Hurley, and I'm telling you, Bobby Hurley was a ninth grader, and I first saw him in the Bronx when they used to have teams. They used to play the Bronx Gauchos up in Washington Heights, and when I tell you that this scrawny ninth grader freshman was getting busy, he was getting busy. They had no
Well, that's
answer
why.
for
I mean,
him.
how could you not
No
like
answer
a
for him.
kid? Right. How could you like a kid that's 5'10" if he's lucky? That
Right.
baby weighs 165, 70 pounds,
Right.
and is dominating athletes that are so much bigger and stronger than him.
Absolutely.
So I can relate to that.
I mean,
Obviously that was not as good, but
I mean, when I say getting busy, I mean, he played against, I don't know if you guys remember, it was a guy, he went to Syracuse, Conrad McRae. He rest in peace too because he died. But he played against them. I think, I might even think that Malik Sealy might have been, because I think he was at Talentine at the time or whatever. Rest in peace too to him. Wow. You know, yeah, but he used to get busy. I said, yo, who is this dude? You know what I mean? That's what made me love St. Anthony's.
Right.
Actually, and they had what, Terry DeHare.
Terry DeHare,
right.
yeah.
So they used to really get busy. You know what I mean? So yeah, I understand that.
And that's the one thing. Obviously, Cody, we have Coach Marcus over here with us. You know, who's also on the show with us today. You know, as a normal host. Now, just transitioning over to your current, you know, team right now with Haddon Heights. I know you guys are 5-3.
I'm sorry, Randy. I'm sorry.
I know. Like I said,
it's early. I'm sorry, Coach. It's early for him. So you know what I'm saying. He's fumbling a little bit. So we're laughing at him.
It's early. It's early. It is. It is. And you know, like I said, we're you know, sometimes in the morning we struggle a little bit, but it's all right. So what I was going to say was that you know your team right now. I said you're 5-3, and I said you just came off the victory over Washington Township.
yeah, I mean, our team this year is brand new. We won 25 games last year. We lost 5 starters, 5 seniors, and we're kind of starting from scratch. Isaiah Turner, who was a very good football player, he's decided, and was probably, if we had a full season, would have been a 1,000-point scorer. He's decided to not play, to concentrate on football. So we are really just starting fresh. And I love my team. I love the kids that I coach. They play hard for me every day, every year. I've been coaching at Heights, and you know, like you said, we're 5-3. We lost a real tough one. We didn't play well against Hatfield the other night. We have it again on Tuesday, so we're looking forward to the rematch there. But that Washington Township win was big for our kids and the confidence that they have, knowing that they didn't have that leading scorer in Turner and leader coming back from last year to win that game was great for us.
Who was that? You had a guard last year. I seen him. Matter of fact, I seen him at your tournament, and he was like dunking and alley-ooping.
Yeah. Tayshawn Presley.
Right, he was tough, right? You know, so he graduated though. He graduated.
Yeah, he got a Division I scholarship for football. He's playing wide receiver.
Yeah,
great athlete, great student, great kid. And he left. Yeah, he. I remember that game at Holy Cross, played RV.
Back to back alley-oops.
Yes.
Back to back
Yeah,
on the back door.
Yep, that's right.
The back door. Yep, that's
On the
right.
back door. Yep.
Coach Marcus here. How's everything going?
Marcus, how you doing, buddy?
Doing well, doing well. How do you, and you know, it's funny, year after year, everybody says Haddon Heights is going to be down, they're not going to be as good as they were, you know. How do you always rise to the occasion, and your teams are always tough to play? How do you bring that out of your guys every year?
Well, first of all, I appreciate that. I have good players and I have good kids. We try to go into every practice and every season with a plan to push our kids and coach them not to where they want to be, but where we expect them to be. And we coach them hard. We want them to set an expectation for themselves and then exceed those goals. So we try to, each season, and this really started with my freshman coach, Ed Purdy, set goals, weekly goals for our kids to allow them to see what they want to accomplish during the week, check in with them after the week to see if they accomplish those goals. And they could be personal goals, they could be basketball goals, they could be educational goals, whatever it might be. And we've just been, consistent with that. And it's good for the kids for when they leave high school. Not many of the kids these days really know how to goal set, and so we try to establish that within our program to help them. And really just having good kids, good players. I've been very, very fortunate, very lucky to have good players here at Haddon Heights and throughout my career. And like I said, we just try to push them as hard as possibly can every day.
Did I see you're coaching your daughter's AAU team?
I coach my daughter's AAU team this summer, and I'll tell you right now, I'd switch over to girls tomorrow. Yeah.
That's cool.
How was that experience?
They listen to everything you say.
Right.
Everything you say. You tell them to run to a spot, they run to a spot. Boys, they don't question it. Boys will say, why do I have to run there?
No, they are. Now, Coach, I was told to ask you about the summer league that you run in South Jersey, and it's one of that it's one of the top in the area. So tell us a little bit about that.
It is by far the best summer league in the area. We've had a JV and varsity summer league program. This is probably going into my 15th year of doing it at Haddon Heights. We have, on average, 30 to 32 varsity teams in the area, anywhere from 12 to 15 JV teams in the area. We start at 3:50 in the afternoon, and we don't finish until 10 o'clock at night, 4 days a week in the summer. And it's all the teams in South Jersey, from Camden to Cherokee, Camden Catholic, Bishop Eustace, to maybe a team like Salem or Pennsville, from all the way down South Jersey. So that summer league's been a great league for a lot of teams, and I'm very proud of it. My buddy Pete Bill and I run that summer league, and we're very, very proud of it.
And I got to give Coach a lot of credit. This summer, this past summer when everything was going on and things were shut down, he did everything he possibly could to try to make it happen. He was way ahead and telling everybody, there's not going to be anybody in the gym except for the players and the coaches. Obviously, it wasn't able to happen just because things didn't normalize as quick as we had hoped, but he really worked hard to try to make it happen. So, and I appreciate that, Coach.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I felt for the kids. I wanted to give them something to do. Just try to create some sense of normalcy in this crazy world that we're living in. And unfortunately, it didn't work out, but we'll be picking it up again this summer.
I tell you, I root for you. We've never met, but I root for you because just some of the kids that I think that come to your program, they feed from Lawnside. Is that correct?
Correct.
Right. So, yeah, we pull from Lawnside, Burtonville, Haddon Heights, Barrington.
Right. So we're right next door to Lawnside. My sons play for. They have a nice league out there. I'm not sure if it's still going on with what was it, Snow Hill, right? Snow Hill, and rest in peace, Carlton Perry. I'm always rooting for you guys, just in case, I see some kids that might have played with Jay, my son, a few times when he played for the Snow Hill team. So you always have my, my fanhood or my allegiance.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and again, that kid y'all had last year was tough, though. Oh my goodness. Oh my
That's
goodness.
nice. He makes me look good, man. He makes me look good.
Oh my goodness, he was tough, though. Tough goal. Yep.
Now, Coach, just real quick, just to switch gears a little bit here before we let you go. I know that we talked yesterday a little bit. I know that you're a sports fan in general, and pretty much everyone that we have on, who follows sports in the area. What's your thoughts on the situation with the Philadelphia Eagles?
You know, he's always coach. Before you answer, he's always he's looking for an allegiance. So I'm gonna see how this goes
listen,
here a little bit.
Okay, Coach, real quick, Coach.
Let's see how this goes a little bit.
It's been very hard for me to break up with Carson.
Right.
And
right. That's what he wants to ask.
I'm starting to pull away. I see that he's hurting me more than he's helping me. But let me. What are your thoughts on the situation?
My thoughts are this: there's no way he could have the season he had before he got hurt and then regress this much. He has the potential to be that good again, in my opinion. But I don't think he can do
Coach,
it here.
You're a great person to have on the show. Thank you. No. Go ahead.
So listen, Coach.
Did you hear how he ended it though? He said it's not going to happen here.
Right.
It's not good.
Right.
Well, Coach, I'll be honest. Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead. No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, I just think that he is, and obviously don't know all the ins and outs of this, but I just think that he has lost his teammates. And when you lose your teammates, it's impossible to get them back. And I think too, there's too much going on that he has to go. But I think wherever he goes, he's going to be successful. And we'll just have to see what happens. But
yeah, I actually wish that Randy asked that question before I gave my little soliloquy too.
No, but
oh my goodness, listen, I'm not even going there. Hey, listen, you still got my fanhood, but listen, Carson, I actually want him to go somewhere so that we could get the real judgment of him. I just think that the celebration for one moment. I mean, he had one moment. I mean, according to my, our host, they don't win the Super Bowl without Carson. He was a critical part of that Super Bowl run. But yet he didn't. I'm done. I'm done. I can't even. You know what? It's too early.
I mean, how do you dismiss what he did at the beginning of the season? If he didn't do that, it would have been.
Just so everybody knows,
I mean,
he was not. We did not Nick Sirianni, Coach Ricci, and speak him out about what.
Who had the tougher job, Nick Foles or Carson Wentz?
I would say Nick Foles.
Okay, that's all. Okay, so you still have my love. You still have my love, Coach.
Well, listen, Coach. I know, once again, we appreciate you having us on. We all love to touch base with the local community. Once again, growing for us.
You said having us on. I'm playing with you.
Oh man, I'm getting
ridiculed
this morning.
I'm sorry.
Before you let me go, let me ask one more question.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
One question I asked all our coaches that we have on. Who do you think would be a good coach for us to have on?
Oh, yeah.
And with that said, you have to help us get him on or her.
Oh, yeah.
Build our brand.
I think a great guest for your show would be Eric Cassidy at Cherokee. He is probably one of the better young coaches that we have in South Jersey, and I get him on for you next week if you want me to.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Coach, we'll definitely be in contact, and we have had with all other coaches. Like I said, we'll touch base with you down the line, see how you guys are doing, and definitely like to have you back on the show again.
Who do you have this week?
I would love.
Who do you have this week?
This week we have Haddonfield on Tuesday. We have Gloucester on Friday night, Collinswood on Saturday. So we're finishing up this 15-game schedule, and hopefully we can get all our games in before the end of the season.
Is that Haddonfield team tough this year again?
And they're always tough. As I told Randy,
Yep.
and we joked about this yesterday. I know you guys got to go, but
No, you're fine.
okay. He asked me how if we won any championships while we were at Haddonfield, and I joked with him, and I said, when Charles Barkley, they asked him about winning championships, he said he was born at the wrong time because he played around George. Well,
Right.
I coached at Heights at the wrong time because Haddonfield just dominated South Jersey and our conference. We've been competitive with them. We've had competitive games. They are what you would say, quote unquote, down this year, but they're not down. They're smart. We have always said smart wins, and they're very smart and they're disciplined, and they probably have one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in South Jersey with Paul Williams.
They are disciplined. They play a lot of. they do the back doors, right? Is that,
Yeah,
a lot of
they-
back
they
doors
just-
and.
they
Matchup
really-
zone now,
Yeah.
backdoor, yeah.
Oh man, it's beautiful
Shoot it.
too. Yeah, just that one time that well maybe twice or 3 times I think I've been in that gym because you kind of sit up high,
Sit up high,
right?
yeah.
And you look down, the view is like phenomenal, and then to see how they move, it's
Right.
it's almost like artistry,
Right.
to be honest with
Yeah.
you. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's good stuff.
No, it is, and once again, Coach, I appreciate you joining us. You know, if you're just checking in, you know, once again, we were able to have Coach Ricci from the Haddon Heights boys basketball team. Coach, we appreciate you joining us and look forward to having you back on again.
Guys, thank you. I wish you a lot of success. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Good luck with everything, and thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Take care. Yeah, let's give it up for Coach, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great interview, great interview. I didn't know he loved Carson though. You know, that's the thing.
Well, you know, like I said, he wasn't coached up. Like I said, you know,
Y'all did speak yesterday, right?
For everybody that knows, like, you know, with all our coaches we have on, I usually have a pre-show call with them to get some background information. Nobody gets coached up. Nobody has, I don't preach my narrative.
That's what he says, though.
I
you
don't
know?
preach my narrative.
Right.
With that said, we're going on a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have our final segment, closing thoughts, final thoughts. Watching Let's Get It.